All right, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, y'all. This is the Queen of Radio bringing it to you live. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm at because then I have to break off with some secrets. But I am sitting here in the downtown area next to the window here. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, but The lights are kind of dim. I probably need to work on getting a little bit more light. So it's not your computer that you need to worry about. It's pretty much the lights in here. I got them on dim, and then we still got sunlight coming out from the outside. But I want to say hello, hello. Come on in this evening. I want y'all to come on in because we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna be dropping a lot of jewels, and y'all gonna know that the queen is back in the motherfucking building. Oh yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I don't shortstop, I don't break for anything and anybody. That's just the way we roll around here. And if you are in the building with me, y'all know how I do. I want y'all to bring y'all ass right on in this chat room. I want to see that chat room be lit up because we're gonna break it in and break it down this evening. Um, y'all know that I've been out for a while. I've been out for a while, and I got to explain that I have been in the trenches. Not only have I been in the trenches, but I have been taking care of some personal matters, and I still got my dental work that I have to get done. So that's another reason why I got tired of wearing the mask. The swelling has actually gone down. So I want to thank, oh, matter of fact, I want to thank all of my subscribers. I want to thank all of you guys who have been keeping me up with what's going on in the media and what's going on. And you guys have been just truly faithful. You guys have been writing in and emailing me saying, "What are you, Queen? What are you doing?" In reference to Grandmaster Jay. You've been off of this platform for a minute and we missed you. Just like we missed Grandmaster Jay. But we always know that you're gonna bring it to us about Grandmaster Jay. You're gonna always give us some type of insight, some type of message, some type of word in reference to the man. Okay, well, I ain't gonna never stop doing what I do. I got a lot of people that want to criticize and make jokes and they got something that they got to say, but it doesn't really bother me. I just like I get the positive messages, I also get the negative messages. The negative messages say, why are you wasting your time with this whole ordeal? Don't you know that that's what you think is going to happen is not going to happen? Well, you know what, let me shed some light to all of the naysayers. For all of you naysayers, I was chosen. I'm not talking about being chosen by Grandmaster Jay. I was chosen by the Most High. You see, I'm gonna make this very clear, and I hope I don't have to say this no more. Okay, Grandmaster Jay was chosen to be the voice for our black people. Okay, whether y'all like it or not, he is the voice. And my job, God says, while I'm making Grandmaster Jay the voice for the black people, I am making you the voice to look after him, because he's not going to always make the right decisions. But you, Queen, you have to be on that backbone. You have to be on that sidekick. You got to stand behind the man to let him know, hey, bro, hey, hold him up, player. Let's get you on the right path and get you in going in the right direction. So that's my job, and I take my job very seriously. Okay. We're gonna talk a lot about Grandmaster Jay this evening, where I'm gonna be dropping a lot of jewels. So again, I see y'all coming in there. I see y'all. If y'all are in the chat, and not the chat, I'm sorry, if you guys are in the trenches, I need for y'all to come on in and introduce you. If this is your first time on the Queen's Radio and the platform, I would like to be able to put a face or a name to all of my newcomers as well as my old comers. I want to be able to say how you're doing, how you feel, because I've been purposely I've been off the air. Like I said, I have a lot of personal things that I am going through that I'm still trying to get through, but I've also made an attempt to bring Grandmaster Jay's situation into the equation as well. So, good evening. Like I said, for you newcomers, if you are new to the channel, please go ahead. I want you to know that I have exactly 7 channels on the YouTube platform. I'm not going to go over all the channels, but I definitely want you to keep up with the Queen of Radio as well as the Queen Bees, because tonight we're going to be shaking it up and shaking it down in reference to the Queen Bee, and we're going to be also promoting the Queen Bee channel and give you guys a reason for you guys to go over to that channel and subscribe, because like I said before, the contents for the Queen Bee channel is going to be strictly for, Black militia. We're going to talk it up about, all the things that we as a Black melanated people need to do and need to hear and need to say. The Queen of Radio platform is basically for all of my music. People have asked me, Queen, when are you going to get back to doing the music? I am going to be getting back to the music very, very soon. As a matter of fact, I am in the process of going full time with the YouTube channel, and that will be coming up within, I would say, give or take, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I will definitely be coming back, and you guys will be seeing a lot more of me in reference to all of my different channels. So you guys got to stay tuned. Go ahead and refer a friend. If it looks like I'm sitting in the dark, I'm not sitting in the dark. I have the window next to me, and I also have some shaded light. And the reason why I did that on purpose, because I'm chilling. I'm chilling, and I'm just being cool like that. So again, go ahead and subscribe and get comfortable. I want you to go get your popcorn, because y'all know how I do. I sit up here and I be dropping them jewels left and right, and sometimes you got to go get you an extra bag to carry all those jewels that I be dropping. So y'all better get ready, because this ride is going to be quite interesting. Okay, we're going to get started. Y'all know I put the title. Y'all know I have to put a title that matches the contents of my video. And tonight's contents, I want everybody to know that we are 10 toes down. We are getting ready to be 10 toes down. And y'all of my melanated people know what it means when I say 10 toes down. If you are not of the melanated skin, then that means that you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And and if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then that means that this message wasn't for you. Okay, now I'm going to be saying some things that maybe people are going to agree, and maybe some people are not going to agree. But either way it goes, I ain't never shy from not telling the truth. I tell the truth as I see fit, because God says, as the truth will set you free on every accord. Now, in reference to Grandmaster Jay, I have been working due diligently. I have not been up here. See, I'm not the type of one that likes to kiss and tell. If I have a love affair with anybody, you're not going to ever find the Queen of Radio to say, "Oh, let me tell you what cheek did I kiss, and what lips, and how long did it take." No, the Queen don't roll. We don't roll like that. We don't give out. See, I'm old school. See, back in the old school, you don't kiss and tell. It's just like Las Vegas. Las Vegas has that motto: what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And that's what it is about the Queen's house. What goes on in the Queen's house is going to stay in the Queen's house. I don't kiss and tell. Now, whatever I do for Grandmaster Jay, I'm not up here to get no brownie points. I don't need no brownie points. My work and my experience is going to speak for itself. I'm not here to say to get anybody's approval. I don't need anybody's approval about what I do for him and anybody else for that matter. Now, for the newcomers, to give you a little bit of an education. Wait a minute. Let me take my gum out, because I've been chewing on my gum there. To give you a little bit of an insight about the Queen of Radio, as well as with the Queen Bees. The Queen Bees was an original, started with me back in I would say somewhere between 1984 and 1986. Our purpose was to get every Black man free from the governmental system. And we had successfully done that with 121 cases for anybody that's interested in looking through the record. Also, we have also put away a lot of crooked governmental people. Yes, and we're not afraid. That is our original calling. Our job is to get our black men and black women from the crooked judicial system, if that's what you want to call it, and then put the judges and the prosecutors under those jails. That's what we do, and we get hard on around here when we do our work due diligently. So that's not gonna, I had to do an evaluation, and I have to give credit to Grandmaster Jay for the fact that he brought me out of retirement. Yes, I was sitting in retirement and I had no plans on having to come out of retirement, but the Lord says, "Oh no, you got one more job to do." And that job was called for me to look after this brother over 2.5 years ago when I first recognized that Kentucky, and I'm not going to put it all on Kentucky. I'm just going to say Louisville, Kentucky. The whole entire state of Kentucky is not a bad place. It's Louisville that we're going to be harping on this evening, and we're going to be shedding some light about a whole lot of different things. First, I want to start off by saying, and I don't, like I said, I don't care about your feelings. I'm going to give you the basic bona fide facts because I didn't live through this for the last past 40 years of my life. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And it just happened that I had to come back into this game in reference to Grandmaster Jay because the Lord said, "Hey, wait a minute, sis. This brother needs you, whether he want to recognize it or not. He can say whether he know me or not. It doesn't really make me any difference. But God had said, no, I called you on this project. Whether Grandmaster Jay approved of it or not, that's irrelevant to the point. I was brought into this. I'm not ashamed of it. And if I have to leave, the only way I would leave this situation is by when my work is done and when my queen bees are done. And I say again to all of my newcomers, I had brought the queen bees into existence somewhere in the mid 80s. And our goal was to help all of our black men to stay out of the crooked system of government. And it seems like we're gonna have to go back into that again. It's sad to say that we are living in a time where it is time for us, and I hate to be blunt, but we are living in a time where it's time to separate. Yes, I mean full separation, and I'm not talking about separating and going over to another country. I'm not talking about packing up and moving. I'm talking about separating from government right here on the US of A soil. This is ours, and we're gonna take it back by any means necessary. I have been working due diligently behind the scenes for the ones who asked me for it. I have the paperwork and the blueprint and anything that consists of us getting ready to move this thing forward because, the media would like nothing to believe, to have us to believe that there's going to be a war or a fight between black and white people. It's not going to be a war between black and white people. What's going to get ready to happen? It's going to be a war between all human beings against government because government has sat up on their ass and they've been brainwashing us to believe that the United States Constitution is law. The United States Constitution has never been written into law, and anybody who wants to challenge me on that, please do. Please email me at a touch of reality at touch of reality number 2 at gmail.com or ATOR class 101 at gmail.com, and I will happily break it down to you to let you know we as a people, and I'm not just talking black people, I'm talking all people have no business being afraid of government because government is nothing but a public servant. I don't give a damn if you call that person an alderman, a president, or a United States marshal, or a police officer. They all are public servants. And when you find public servants that's not ready to do their job appropriately, then it's our job to put them back in their place. I'm not saying put a gun to anybody's head. I'm telling you to do what you need to do in order to get move it from the next phase. Now, I got to comment. I got a lot of see. I got my notepad in on my lap. I'm going to talk about a lot of different things this evening. First, I want to. I'm going to say this again. The United States Constitution is not law. Okay. It was not made for us, by us, or to justify us using it. The United States Constitution was written by the white people, for the white people, and by the white people. Now, I don't care if y'all want to hear the truth of it or not, but if you want to be blunt about it, go back into your history and read it. Now, we as a people is more than justifiable in taking their so-called United States Constitution and using it against them. Yes, we have the power. It's called the power of the pen. That's how we use everything against them and let them know we're not falling for your bullshit. We didn't had your bullshit once. Back, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know when government teamed up with, that wealthy man back in 2020 when they created that C, that so-called bottle disease that they call C, ending in the number 9. Y'all know, y'all fill in the blank of what I'm talking about. And we're going to get ready to start making our own laws. It's gotten to that point. It's also gotten to the point that it's time for us to separate from them. We're going to let them know who is really in charge. You see, government feels like, well, we're just going to go around and keep killing people for no apparent reason. We're going to keep killing people because you're black. We're going to keep killing people because, we just think that we have that power to do so. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have been working due diligent. The queen bees, let me stress that. The Queen Bees has been working due diligently behind the scenes on creating laws that will be beneficial for human beings and not for government. And guess what? We're going to send them a certified copy. We're going to let them know that we're not taking your bullshit no more. You can take your laws and shove that shit where you originally found that shit. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Please understand me. Y'all come on in because I see the numbers. Are constantly going up. Please come on in and say hello. I would love to do some dialogue, chop it up with you. So we have gotten ready to create our own laws, and we're going to address this to their president to let them know that we're no longer taking your bullshit. We didn't have enough of your shit. And it would be more conducive for you people to go ahead and go your own way. And guess what? Another thing, and I'm gonna start this off with Louisville because Louisville is the topic of tonight's discussion along with Grandmaster Jay. Now, I can't tell y'all all that I know, and the reason why I can't tell you everything about what's going on behind the scenes for Grandmaster Jay is because I need to do what I came here to do. There is a lot of information. The only thing that I need from Grandmaster Jay, is for Jay to move over. Just move over and sit still and let me take over the wheel. Because right now we saw what Grandmaster Jay has tried to do, and it just, for some strange reason, it just did not work in his favor. Now, it was also brought to my attention that Grandmaster Jay had made some comments in an open court to where it kind of like didn't work out in his favor. And that's okay. And people were like, oh my goodness, is this going to make an effect on Grandmaster Jay coming home? No, it's not. You know the reason why it's not going to be in it. Jay can sit up there and confess to whatever he feels like he needs to confess to. But guess what? I still got the jewels in these bags that sits around me. Jay is going to be free by any means necessary. We have what we call the 5 point, no, not the 5 point. I'm sorry, the 3 points of freedom that we're going to be working with. And you guys don't know what the 3 points of freedom is. We're going to start with giving a POE. That the code for POE is called process of elimination. That's the first step in getting Jay out from under the situation that he's in. And I told like I said in my title, I stated that I'm not done yet. You see, Kentucky or Louisville. Let me specify. Louisville had the opportunity to drop this bullshit over 2 years ago, and it was documented. I told them, I said, look, if y'all don't take your hands up off of Grandmaster Jay, then we gonna have a problem, and you guys are gonna have to suffer the consequences, and it's not gonna be pretty. Now, what they have taken upon themselves to do, how you gonna have now? I'm gonna tell y'all something. They call themselves indicting Grandmaster Jay back in June of 2020. How in the hell you going to indict somebody and don't have a trial? You didn't have any evidence. You still didn't have no evidence. You still didn't have a case. So how in the hell can you classify yourself to say, oh, well, we just going to do this anyway? So I said, okay, y'all, we made that very clear 2 years ago, that if you put your hands on this man on any kind of way, form, or fashion, you are going to have to deal with the queen. And for some strange reason, they don't believe that fat meat is greasy. So now I'm getting ready to do what I came here to do. We're going to bring Grandmaster Jay home. And we're going to do it by the process of elimination. That's called a POE. Each point on that star, on that triangle, is going to be done. Now, also, if y'all have been, you see, y'all haven't been paying Grandmaster Jay close attention like I have. You see, I'm in the depths of this man's soul. I know I'm pretty much know his thought process before he even speak it. Oh, that's pretty close. They say, how you gonna say that, Queen? Because I am the queen. I've been studying Jay. I've studied Jay almost 6 months before I even came into this equation. And I sat back and I watched, I studied him, I mastered him, I understand where he's going. You see, Jay and I are very close in age. Grandmaster Jay is only 4 years older than me. And we both come from that old school. We come from that old school training that people just don't get. They just don't understand. So I very much understand what it is that he's trying, what he has purposely tried to do. And see, even though the media and the narratives, they tried to set it up and say, oh well, he's done this and he's done that. But guess what, folks? Grandmaster Jay is still innocent. He was innocent 2 years ago, and that innocence is not going to change. And I don't care if he made the mistake of saying something in court or whatever the case may have been. He still is going to be a free man by any and all means. And we're going to start the process of, like I said, a POE. It's called process of elimination, and you guys learn what that is as we go along. And the next part of that, Jay likes to talk in codes. Jay has been talking in codes, and you guys have not been paying him attention. Jay has been talking in codes that he wants us to help him. Okay. And we're going to do just that. And what I need to do, a part of that triangle that I mentioned with the 3 point star, the 3 point points, what I need for each one of y'all to do, and if you are part of the NFAC, it's time for y'all to get back in formation. Mhm. It's time for you to join up with the Queen Bees, and anybody that wants to have boots on the ground. If you are ready, if you are ready, whether you have a gun or not have a gun, whether you are male or female, I know how to put you into the formation. You're going to have to blend into my formation. Let me tell you what I'm doing behind the scenes so you won't get it twisted. I don't know anything about how Grandmaster Jay runs his NFAC, but I do know this: the NFAC members, whether they're old or new or used to be or whatever, you guys need to come forth. And I need for you guys to email me because I'm getting ready to put the formation. I need for you guys to join my formation in helping me to bring Grandmaster Jay home. Okay. Whether you are, tell me if you are a male or female, tell me, I want you to tell me in the email um, that you are ready to go, where you are coming from, because we're going to make sure that you get for the final day when we get ready to bring Grandmaster Jay home. I'm not going to say what date this is going to be because right now I'm still in the process of bringing everybody together. If you are a female, and don't be shy, let me explain this to you. In order for you to have boots on the ground, I need for you to tell me if you got the gun experience because you're going to be in another group. I'm putting part of the formation. I'm telling. Let me stress this. Part of the Queen Bee's formation. Let me say that part of the Queen Bee's formation, I break it up into four different groups and four different categories. Now, the categories are the following, if for anybody who is interested in writing this down. First category are men who have gun experience. These are your people who are a part of maybe the NFAC, the Black Panthers, the Huey Gun Clubs, or any other organization that is all about helping the Black people. The second group is females that has gun experience. Okay, that's category two. Category three are for people who do not have gun experience. That will be females who do not have gun experience. You are in category three. And in category four, it is the men who do not have gun experience. You are in category four. Now, I'm not going to tell you what day or time just yet because I want you guys to email me at atorclass101@gmail.com. Jay has dropped a code that somehow y'all have overlooked. Jay has been dropping that same code. And if you got any type of military, I'm not from the military, but my father has taught me all about what the talk of the military. Now, I am politely putting together what we called an RT. For anybody who don't know what the code RT stands for, that stands for release troop. RT stands for release troop. These are men and women who are designed to bring people up out of the prison system by shaking up the government. I'm not going to say how we're going to shake them up, but they're getting ready to be shook up. We cannot let them continue. I don't know about you, but for me, I've had enough of the bullshit. Okay. I'm not afraid of government. I've never been afraid of government for 40 years. I've had 121 cases that me and the team B's have successfully won by putting government back in their place. They need to understand that we're not going for it no more. We don't want your olive branch no more. What we're getting ready to do is starting to separate from you because you are the government. People of government is a danger. They are a danger to the human race. They see all they think about is they have proven is steal, kill, and destroy. That's all they steal, they kill, and they destroy. That's all they suited for. So since you have made that clear, now we're going to make that process. We're going to make that process. We're going to start to bring our people together again. And then we're going to we have a Black nation right here in the US. There's a Black nation that's already here. We don't need to go. And there's also 25 million SGs. For the people who don't know what an SG is a self-governed person that they refuse to be a part of that governmental system. So these people are also coming out of the woodworks because they're getting ready to help us to put government and their so-called officials back in their place. We're not interested in harming them. We're not interested in what they have to say. We're not interested in whether they are a Republican or a Democrat. We don't really give a shit. All we want is to have our peace of mind, and for you and for government to stop killing our people. And we also got the paperwork. And I want to mention this as well. The paperwork is already in the process where all of these officers who have been killing black people for no apparent reason, we're getting ready to put you on death row. Okay, because death row means that you're gonna stop your bullshit. If you can't act like you got some damn common sense, then you get the fuck off the damn force. And we're gonna make sure we got the paperwork to prove it. Now, in reference to Louisville, Kentucky, the reason why Louisville has not stepped up and stepped out to get a part to be a part of everything, we have found out Louisville, the people of Louisville has been talking to my queen bees. Okay. Oh yes, I got a hive. Look here, I got my hive already ready in Louisville. Uh-huh. And see, I don't have to step on Louisville in order for my team to already be there. We're getting ready to swarm in. Let me tell you about the queen bees. We have where I want to give y'all some history because my train of thought is all over the place right now. To give you a little history about how the queen bees work. Okay. The real queen's bees, let me tell you, this was so fascinating. I was having a personal conversation with a good lady friend of mine last night. I'm not going to mention her name. She know who I'm talking about. And she mentioned about the web. She said, "Oh, we were talking about the spider web." And I said, "Do you know that the queen bee also has a web?" She said, "Oh, really?" So I said, I'm going to share with you the history of the original queen bees. You see, the queen bee is a bee that will take her, she has her tail that sits, it rides out. When she sprays out in the air that mist, and the mist comes out into the air, and then the male bees come in and fill in that net. Let me tell you, and everybody was saying, "Oh my God, look how pretty that is." No, honey, let me explain to you. You do not want to get under a queen bee's tail, because under that queen bee tail, that is called poison. That look and the tripped out part about it, the queen bee can spray out as much poison as she sees fit in order to kill her subject. And the male bees comes along and fill in those gaps with that. So anytime you've been stung by a queen bee, that queen bee has the power to take it to any amount of level to kill a person. Now, speaking of, a lot of people didn't know that about the queen bees, but there are the queen bees, they have the ability and the capability of building a honeycomb. I don't want y'all to confuse that with a honeycomb. The honeycomb is when they take the pollen from the flowers and they trade it back into a liquid formation, into a comb that they already have in columns. A queen bee hive is something completely different. The queen excuse me, the queen bee hive is when all of the bees gather up together and grows. And if you should ever hit that hive, your ass better be out of sight, because the queen bee is going to give direction to the male bees to go sting your ass in every which way but loose. And it's not going to be pretty. And it also depends on if the queen bee feels, I mean, the queen bee has what they call a day of killing. Yeah. A day of killing. The queen bee has the power of having a day of killing, and the male bees understand what type of serum she releases out of her tail. Y'all didn't know that, did you? So I had to say to myself, that's some cool shit. So this is how I came up with the name and the power of the queen bee, because the queen bee has the power to kill on her own level. And what I mean by, and part of that POE that I mentioned to y'all earlier, we're going to start asking for the death penalty for all of these officers. And I don't care what state they're in, I don't care what city they're in. If you write to me or you email me a letter saying that you have a problem with an officer, I'm gonna help you to fill out that paperwork so you can start the process of doing what we need to do, because we didn't took enough of this shit. We didn't had enough of this shit. Um, we're not going to even pass go. We have also taken the liberty of creating what we call black laws. Yeah. Anybody that's interested in getting a copy of the black laws that we're getting ready to serve upon the United States government, you are more than welcome to have a copy of that, because let me tell you what the definition of law is. You see, the definition of law is when the masses of the people come together, regardless of your color of your skin. The masses of the people come together to say that this is what we are willing to abide by. We're no longer going to abide by police officers stopping us because of a traffic ticket. We're no longer are we going to allow you to stop us just because we're black. Now, unless you have a bona fide reason to be stopping black people, and then you can bona fide prove that that person was part of a crime, then we can talk. But other than that, just hunt a black person down just because you think you can, that's no longer going to be in existence anymore. We have now created the black laws, and I have been told by the melanated people that they are on board with giving up their signature for us to have these laws in effect against government. We are now getting ready to tell government what they can do and what they can't do. And we're not going to be a part of their whole ordeal. You're not going now. If you feel that you want to continue to kill our black people for no apparent reason, then in our laws, we're going to label that as being self-defense. We're going to kill your ass right back. Okay. This is what's getting ready to go down. We're not going to stand for this bullshit no more. And part of this also, and that third part, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The third part of the POA triangle is I had a talk with my ancestors. Yes, yes, yes. Me and the ancestors had a long discussion. You see, God said to me, He said, Linda, let me tell you something. You got the power of your voice. Whatever you ask of me as the creator, you see, God is the creator He's the beginning and He is the end. So since He is the beginning and the end, anything that He has made in between belongs to Him. And see, for some strange reason, government seems to feel like, oh, well, we've all been created by science. Well, you stupid motherfucker. How do you think science got into play if God didn't create it? Come on, somebody. I know somebody hear what I'm saying. Now, let me move a little bit closer to you, because I want us to be real close on this video, because I got a lot to say and I got a lot to talk about. Yeah, I'm adjusting myself. Let me tell you what my ancestors had delivered. I said, Lord, let me say this. And see, I don't want, my whole thing is this. I ain't never wish nobody no ill will. I feel like if you hurt me, then I am bound to hurt you. See, when you set up to bring me into your bullshit, then I got to give you my bullshit, and I give you a dipping spoon for you to dance with it. Because let me tell you something, I don't care, but I'm at the point now, I don't give a rat's ass about government and their life, the life of government. I really don't. I don't give a damn if they live or die. Okay, that's just me personally, and I don't care who knows it, because I'm, to be quite honest with you, I'm sick and tired of looking at all of y'all. I don't give a damn what state you come from. I'm getting sick and tired of looking at all of y'all. Period. And I have to keep asking God. I say, God, grant me the serenity. Grant me the serenity to be able to talk to my ancestors. I need for my ancestors to come on down, because we getting ready. You know what we getting ready to do for government? We getting ready to release that invisible noose. Let me explain to you what the invisible noose is, because see, let me tell you, for y'all don't understand, for a little people, for the people who don't understand history of black people, the government and people of government, they are very good about taking some rope. They take some rope and they like to hang black people from trees. Y'all remember the stories? Y'all remember how many of our people been hung from the trees by these so-called government and white extremists? See, I'm not going to ever call them supreme, because there's nothing supreme about them. See, they only made them supreme on their own stationery and their paperwork. I will call them extremists, which is what they are. And half of them, I like, and in this day and age, they're considered to be terrorists. You are a fucking terrorist. Anytime you sit up on your ass and you want to kill just because somebody's black, there is no law nowhere that says that you can do the shit that you do. And now it's time for us to put you back in your place. We need to help you to understand that you are a public servant. And if you don't do your public servant job, then guess what? You don't get paid. Okay? We're going to take you for every damn thing that you own. This is where my melanated people is coming from. See, we don't have to put a gun to your head, because you know what we got. Not only do we have the power of the pen to destroy you, but we got the power of that mysterious invisible noose. And I'm gonna tell you how the noose is going to play a game in this situation. You see, I told Danielle Nelly from Louisville, FBI, 2 years ago. I told him, if you don't take your hands, and I was very polite about it. I said, if you don't take your hands off of this situation and let this shit go, that means that you just gave me the power to take all of y'all down. Is that what you want? So obviously, they didn't take me seriously. And I got the paperwork to prove it. I got the paperwork right here in my office to shut all that shit down, one by miserable one. And ask me. And I want, and like I said again, folks, if let me tell you, for Louisville, I no longer want you guys to be afraid no more. Because let me tell you, I did some homework about Louisville, Kentucky, and I want to share that with you this evening. Louisville, Kentucky is, let me tell you what I found out. Because y'all know I'm nosy as hell. Y'all know I'm nosy as hell. So y'all know that that's just, my mama told me when I came in this world, she said, "Ooh, you a nosy as hell child. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with you." But anyway, I'm nosy as hell. And let me tell you what I found out for Louisville. What I found out is that Louisville does not have what they call a public internal affairs. Public internal affairs means that there is an organization that the general public can go to file a complaint against any governmental person. I can't say law person, because there is no laws. I have to say government. Any person that works in government, there is paperwork that can be filed about each level of that government. And I come to find out that Louisville doesn't have that in place. They don't have an office where people, if an officer has been caught doing wrong, regardless of his title, whether it be the United States Marshal, whether it be an alderman, or whether it be a governmental janitor, you do not have an office to where you can file those complaints. Well, now you do. Okay. Now you do, because what I'm getting ready to do, on behalf of the pain and the aggravation of Louisville, Kentucky, I am getting ready to put the office together of the Queen Bees. The Queen Bees is going to now and forever hold be the public affairs office. You guys can email me, and we're gonna work on getting a website. We're gonna work on getting a website up where you can start filling out your complaints against any level of government. I don't care what level it is, because we don't work for government. We work for you. This is what you need, what everybody needs to understand. The Queen Bees has always been working for the melanated people, and it seems like we're gonna have to go back and do that again. So Louisville, this is the good news that I have to share with y'all. Um, I want you guys to reach out to the Queen Bee channel. I want you guys to get signed up. I want you guys, because we're bringing the Queen Bee team to your city. And the reason why we're bringing a Queen Bee office to your city is because you do not have a public affairs, a general public affairs office that is basically for the people. So we want you to feel free to contact the Queen Bee and get on our channel. That will also be sent to you at atorclass101 at gmail.com. And any other city or state that feels like they cannot have a voice against the police department and their so-called fucked up government, corrupted government is what it's called. Please feel free to, again, to let me know. And all the ones, it was brought to my attention before I move on to the next thing on my list. It was brought to my attention that you guys were sending letters in reference to the judge, in reference to Grandmaster Jay. If you don't mind, can you please send me a copy of those letters, and I will go over it with you, or have somebody on my team to go over it with you, so you can be guided in the right direction on where your letters can go, to where you can start to see a result. Because complaining to these crooked judges, all they're going to do is laugh at you. They're not going to take it seriously. And the reason why is because they already know that they don't have a general, what they call a general internal affairs office in the city of Louisville. So from this point on, I need for the people who live in Louisville to reach out to the Queen of Radio, and let me hear your complaints. And I will help you to. I have all the forms ready and willing and willing to go. We're going to start the process of cleaning up and cleaning out Louisville. Another thing that Louisville needs to be aware of, that was also brought to my attention. You have an officer by the name of Hankerson. Hankerson was part of the Breonna Taylor case. It was told to me that this man is trying to be he's trying to get reinstated as an officer. Hankerson, if you are listening, or anybody that knows Hankerson, you can tell Hankerson he's not going to be a police officer to be reinstated, because the Queen Bees is getting ready to tear his ass a new one. And we need for him to be brought up on charges of the 40 years of the criminal acts that he has been doing. See, you guys don't know that Hankerson has been part of a lot of criminal activities there in Louisville. He is a part of theft, grand theft, larceny. He is a part of raping women. He is a part of murder. He's a part of all. So what we're going to get ready to do, we're going to get ready to bring your ass down, Mr. Hankerson. And the people of Louisville is starting to speak up, and they're starting to speak out about what you have been doing over these last 40 years. Now, it may be true that you only been on the force for half of that time, but we're not only are we going to hold you accountable for all of the deaths of the people. It doesn't matter whether they're black or white. Okay, it doesn't matter whether they're black or white. We're in the business of saving human beings because you guys, government has already took the liberty of killing enough people in Louisville to where we have enough to put you guys away for at least 120 years. Okay, so this is what Daniel Nelly had asked for. Because when I gave him the warning, I said, Daniel, let me holler at you for a minute, player. I don't think you want none of this. I think you need to sit your little lily white ass down somewhere and go and let this shit go and and ride this shit out. But obviously he didn't fit. He not only took the information, but he withheld the information about Grandmaster Jay. He withheld the information uh, from the prosecutors, and I had a problem with that. So, since y'all feel like, y'all gonna go ahead and do what you think you're going to do, so for Hankerson, we have a pile of complaints that is coming in from the people of Louisville in reference to your ass and all the deaths and we're going to make sure now, depending on how many deaths your name is affiliated with, we're going to make sure that you get put on our black laws for being sent to the chair. Okay, boo boo. All right, now getting back to talking about that noose, that invisible noose. You see, white people, selective white people, and I'm not saying I don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have anything against white people as a whole. I only have against people who have a problem with my people. That's that. Let me make that clear. Okay, I do not have any. I don't have any hangups or hiccups about any of the race. I don't care. I can love as long as you love me. I can give you that love in return. But I'm talking about selective white people. Selective white people feel that they can hang black people from trees. They feel like they can kill people in darkness. And then, oh yeah, and another part that before I forget, I was talking to a sheriff department. I was talking to the chief, one of the people that's in charge of the sheriff department in Louisville, Kentucky. He had expressed to me that they lie on purpose for each other, on each other's records, which is the reason why I said, well, let me share this with the rest of the world as well as with the people of Louisville. I was told that any type of complaint that you have against a police officer in the city of Louisville, Kentucky, they all sign off of it. What I'm saying, let me give you a prime example. Let's say, for instance, let's say Joe Smo is a police officer of Kentucky, and he just got through raping 3 women. And instead of them writing up the report that he raped 3 women, what they do is they take the report and give it to the sheriff department for the sheriff department to make the false corrections on it and give it back to the police department under what they call a bait and switch. So they're saying that they are purposely lying. They are purposely lying about all of the reports that has been generated in the city of Louisville, and they are covering up for each other. This is what I was told behind the scenes from talking from a private conversation with somebody that is in the sheriff department for the Louisville. Now, if he's not in charge, then that's the lie that he told me. But he did share with me that due to the fact that they do not have the manpower to have anybody to correctly investigate those criminal acts that is going on in Louisville, then they help each other to make up the stories on paper so they can cover each other's ass. Yeah, that's what I found out. So that's the reason why I say that bullshit is going to stop, because now the queen bees is going to come in and help assist the We're going to assist the people of Louisville. I don't care about your color. Okay. I want to keep stressing that. We do not care about your color. It's just that we take care of our black people first. That's the only difference. Okay. So I don't care about your color. If you have a problem with a police officer in Louisville, Kentucky, that you want to get some results for, and you are still seeking justice, please reach out to the Queen Bee and the Queen Bee team. Now I'm on the Queen of Radio's channel only to promote the Queen Bee channel. So you guys got to go over to the Queen Bee channel and get signed up. But this is what I found out, y'all. And some more information that I found out. I keep telling y'all I be dropping these jewels. Um, um, I've been dropping these jewels. Another thing that I found out in reference to Grandmaster Jay's account. Grandmaster Jay has 3 accounts. He has one for his phone time, which comes from a third party. He has another account for his commissary, and he has another account where uh, that people just send in money to Grandmaster Jay. They now I got to give y'all an open confession, as it was openly confessed to me. According to the officers that work in the office with uh, Grandmaster Jay's commissary, you could be sending $25,000 to Grandmaster Jay under that commissary, and he will not see not one penny of it. Okay. Um, they have already expressed that once Grandmaster Jay's account gets to be $1,000, they're going to cut his money off and pocket the rest. Okay. So now people have said you get a money order. Okay. Well, let me tell you about money orders. The only type of money order that has a what they call a skip tracing on it is a bank money order. You cannot, if you go to a regular currency exchange to get a money order, that money order is not going to be, it could take up to 5 to 10 years to trace where that money has gone. But if you get yourself a bank certified money order and you send it directly to him, um first of all, let me say this. I don't suggest anybody sending it directly to him. Let me back it up just a little bit, and I don't mean no harm. um I recently saw where Eleanor Harvey has done a beautiful website. Yes, she has. She's done a beautiful. I take my hat off to her. The only adjustment that I would make with the website is that commissary. I would take that commissary off and wait till Jay spends. I would have another. I would for that commissary. I'm saying for the commissary, you need to have a separate account where you can monitor people actually physically sending him the money. That way, he'll actually get it. Because according to the officer that I spoke with, they are getting ready. They've already pocketed whatever money that the general public is sending him to his commissary, because there's no record of it. They have a way of not having a record of it. So even if in the only way there's a true record of it, if you have a bank certified money order. That is the only, because the bank certified money orders is backed by the FDIC. FDIC stands for Federal Deposit Insurance Company. That's what that stands for. The Federal Deposit Insurance Company commissions. So I want y'all to take heed to what I'm saying. I love the fact I'm on the same boat with Miss Eleanor Harvey. I think she's done a beautiful job. I also want to commend Kate Money, her and all of the my fellow females and fellow women who have been on board with Grandmaster Jay. Y'all know that we had our powwows. We've had our powwows in the past, but we're beyond that. And the reason why we had to get beyond that, because we are on the same team. We are on the same team as far as helping to bring Grandmaster Jay home. So, with that being said, I think they did a wonderful job with it, and they did a wonderful time with getting the information out in reference to helping Grandmaster Jay. We all see, the thing is, folks, we all have our part in this. We all have our part. Um, and, now another thing that I need to say is that I think they need to push. Grandmaster Jay has what they call the gear, the NFAC gear. I think at this point in time, I think they need. Now, I'm not saying not to get. I'm not saying get rid of the what they call it. Get rid of the GoFundMe. I just think you need to give the GoFundMe a rest, because you're looking off of people that don't have that energy. I mean, you need to find something fresh to keep in front of them in order to for them to keep wanting to donate. I'm not saying get rid of the defense thing. I'm saying take something, take a product. Let's alternate it. Start promoting the product a little bit more, the NFAC gear, and start making money, donations and profit from that on something else, and then come back and do your promotion for your legal defense team. Now, also, and speaking of fundraising, the Queen Bees is going to be starting our own fundraiser for Grandmaster Jay. And what we're the type of fundraiser that we're getting ready to do, because Grandmaster Jay has two new cases that we're getting ready to bring against Louisville, Kentucky, in order to shut them down. We have two new cases. And within those two new cases under the Queen Bee, what I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to promote to new donors. Okay. I'm not going to be doing it on this channel, of course. I'm going to do it on the Queen Bee's channel. I'm going to be introducing new donors to Grandmaster Jay. And what I say by new donors, these are people who have never met this man before, but they heard about him and they want to come. I'm going to be doing what we call a silence fundraiser. Let me explain to you what a silent fundraiser is. A silent fundraiser means that we're going to be doing more word of mouth, and we're going to be doing it by email only. We're not going to get up on the YouTube channel. We're not going to create a GoFundMe account. We have privately held links to where people can donate in reference to the two new cases. I'm not talking about the defense fund. That's a whole separate entity that is held under Miss Eleanor Harvey. I'm not talking about that, and I'm not discouraging anybody not to donate to that. But what I'm saying is, at this point in time, Grandmaster Jay needs some fresh blood. He needs some fresh new people that he needs to be able to introduce this to. And I have a couple of sponsors that is going to be coming in. I have a long list of products. I have a long list of products that I am doing my fundraiser with the Queen Bees, that you are more than welcome to have that list. But you have to email me at atorclass101 at gmail.com and put in the subject title Grandmaster Jay fundraiser. Now I'm gonna tell you how much we need, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm not getting paid at all to do a separate fundraiser for Grandmaster Jay. Um, I'm not looking to get paid, because my blessings is going to come from on high. God has blessed me to be a part of this whole history making for Grandmaster Jay, and just to see this man to become free is my only greatest reward. I'm not making a dime from it, but the team has to make their money from it. Now, I want to read off to you uh, what teams will be in place for the new cases that is going to be held against Louisville, Kentucky. Um, we need to be able to pay the release troops. This is where the men and women are coming together, and I stated again early in my presentation, these is it's called a release troop. They're going to be blended in with all of the people who is interested in being boots on the ground. They are going to be queen bees that hired queen bees, mind you. um, they're going to be hired queen bees that's going to help us to bring Grandmaster Jay up out of that jail. Okay, that's their job. They have been military trained to do this type of work. And I think the last time we had a release troop, the last time we had a release troop was when Malcolm X was living. So you can imagine how many years that's been to have a release troop. It's called an RT. But anybody who wants to know more about that and wants to be a part of the boots on the ground, because we need you right now. I need for the fellas, we love you very much. We love you guys are the most smartest people. I mean, we support you, we love you. We appreciate the fact that you took it upon yourself to be a part of Grandmaster Jay when he went down to Stone Mountain, and all the different places where you had the opportunity to talk about and confess about our black people and helping our black people. Well, we need you again, gentlemen. We need you, whatever your indifferences are with Jay, take that up with him at a later date. Okay, take that up with him. You sit down, have a powwow, whatever you need to do to forgive Jay for whatever it is he done to you or personally done to you. I don't know. I wasn't there. But we need you to support the Queen Bees. We need for you to support the boots on the ground, because I'm going to bring your formation with my formation in order to bring Jay home. Jay has been talking in codes, and whether y'all know it or not, somehow I picked up on his codes, and he's asking for help. He can't blatantly come out and say he needs the help. He can't blatantly say that because people are watching and people are paying attention. But Jay has been talking in codes, to the codes to where I picked up on them. And what we need to do now is to get you guys need to bring your formation. What I need from the ones of Jay's formations and any other, it could be the Black Panthers formation. I don't really care. Whatever other organization, I need for you to email me, because I need to add you to my list to be a part of my formation. And then y'all can go back to being your leaders of whatever communities, once we get this done, once we get this project done, you can go back to you can still be your leaders of whatever your organization and whatever, because to be quite honest with you, I have done some more research and some more homework, and I found out that there is over 160,000 Black organizations that the government has no knowledge of. And these people can come from any place and any time and anywhere. And I'm just talking about the United States of Black nation. I'm not talking about the UK. I don't know anything about the UK. I know that they are our fellow brothers and sisters, but I don't know how they do things over there. I can only talk about how they do things over here on the US soil. So we have over 160,000 Black organizations that I will be doing a private fundraiser. It's going to be done word of mouth, and I'm going to send them a private email. Now, if you are interested in participating, you would have to get on that list, because I'm not going to sit up here and tell everybody what my private fundraising is all about. That's the reason why it's called being private. Now, I want to talk about the cost that is involved with my fundraiser. Now, the matter of fact, let me switch up my glad, because see, right now I'm being cool, y'all. I got to be cool. So let me get my reading specs on to share with you. I need to see the difference between me and anybody else. We like to run numbers. When you're working with the queen bees, We like to run numbers. We like to tell you what you will be paying for and what type of items we have on our list that is by corporate sponsorship. Yes, we found some corporate sponsorship that would love for the NFAC to come back into existence, and they would absolutely love to have Grandmaster Jay to come back home to us. But I can't tell you who those sponsors are on the YouTube channel. What I will do, if you want to buy something from our sponsorship, it will be listed on the list. Okay. Now, we are going to have between 2 to 7 attorneys that will be brought in for these next 2 cases, and their pay, the what? No, I take that back. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. My apologies. For the 2 cases that will be brought up for Grandmaster Jay under the Queen Bee's jurisdiction, we will be paying between 4 to 7 attorneys will be working on these 2 cases. And we came to the final cost of $125,493.73. We got it down to the penny. Okay. And then we have the PI team that will need to also be paid. The PI team will consist of anywhere between, I would say maybe 8 to 10. We got 8 to 10 private eyes that will be coming on board, and they have been qualified. Their cost, as a total package, that is $39,671.39. Okay. And for our release troops, the release troops, I told you this was a set of individuals that has the experience on getting Jay out, but they also need the support of the NFAC, the Black Panthers, and any other organization, or you just a regular supporter of Jay. We're planning on bringing Jay home by any means necessary with this release troop and their costs. And they have already submitted their paperwork into me. They said their final cost is $148,903.13. Now, that brings us to a grand total for Grandmaster Jay to have the release troops, the PI team, and the 4 to 7 attorneys to be automatically paid. Okay. That comes to a grand total of $314,068.25. Okay. And once that is paid off, we're not going to accept any more payments in reference to Grandmaster Jay and his situation. And again, we have major sponsorship. We also have a major sponsor by a major credit card. As far as doing the grant, we have what they call a Grandmaster Jay gift card. The gift card is where you are allowed to put as much of a donation as you see fit on your card in order to be donated to Grandmaster Jay's cause. Okay. This is a major credit card company, and I am not at liberty to say who the major credit card company is. Because this will be a privately held fundraiser. It's only for the ones that is truly interested in bringing Grandmaster Jay home. Okay, we don't have time to be bickering. We have a major credit card company. We have teamed up with Jay's. Matter of fact, the fundraiser, I forgot to tell y'all, the fundraiser is called Jay's Faves. Yes, the fundraiser is called Jay's Fave. And the reason why we call it Jay's Fave is because it's a combination of all of Jay's favorite products. Yeah. Jay's Fave. Y'all remember that when Jay was doing the facts over feelings and the morning mental, he would sit up there and he would drink his alkaline water. Y'all remember that? Well, we got one of the sponsors is from a alkaline water company that says that they are on board to help raise the money to bring Jay home. Okay. So we did Jay's favorite. Oh, Jay's favorite popcorn. Yes, for the ones who don't know, Jay's favorite popcorn is the Chicago popcorn company called Garrett. That is also a product on the product list. See, we got products that you can buy, and the money will be donated back to this final bill of the $314,068.25. And again, I'm not taking a penny. I'm not taking a penny of this because it's greatly needed. I'm bringing in my new donors. I'm going to be soliciting to new donors via email only. I will not be asking any of you. I will not be asking any of you for a donation unless you just want to buy some of the fundraising products. You're more than welcome to do so, and I will send you that list if you are interested in supporting Grandmaster Jay as far as getting him home. So that's what that's called. Let me see if there's anything else. I've told you that. I told you that. Okay. I said that. Okay. I told you, I explained that. I explained that. I'm just going over my checklist to make sure that I got everything in. See, folks, I have been extremely busy. um, I have made it up in my mind. As much as I would love to come to Louisville, let me tell you what I found. Another thing that I found out about Louisville, Kentucky, they like for people to come to their town so they can find a bogus reason to arrest you and drag you off somewhere. I'm not playing that bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not falling for the okey dokey. So y'all remember there was a movie called The Shawshank Redemption. Y'all remember that that man was completely innocent and that he went through the extremes to prove his innocence. And he told Morgan Freeman, he said, "Are you willing? How far are you willing to go?" He said, "Well, what do you mean? How far am I willing to go?" He left some money in a container. He left some money in a container in an island for him to go over there to join up with his friend. So I'm gonna say this in reference to that. For Grandmaster Jay, I will see my brother, and I love you. I have nothing but the greatest love for you, my brother. I will see you on the other side because I'm not coming to Louisville by no means necessary. You're gonna know that I've been there because my beehive is swerving and it's already there. So I got people in place that's gonna do what I need to do. So it's not that I don't love you, which I truly do, but I'm not going to step foot in Louisville for my own protection. Okay. I will see Grandmaster Jay on the other side. When all I can tell you, Grandmaster Jay, if anybody is in contact with him, you send a message from the Queen that says, "Holla at your girl" when you get out. And I'm going to say deuces for that. So yeah, again, and then y'all remember the movie The Candyman. I don't know if y'all paid any attention to all this good stuff, but the Candyman swallowed a whole team of bees. And I thought that was, wow, that was amazing how he swallowed a whole beehive. And when you mess with the bees, that's a sting that you just don't want to generate. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that movie was kind of interesting as well. But anyway, um, as far as, and the last thing that I'm going to go over, and then I think I've covered, yeah, I think I've covered everything on my list this evening. Uh, I need your help. I really do. I need your help. I need the NFAC members, and I need Black Panthers. I need all of the men and women who doesn't have a problem with having boots on the ground. Please, by all means, contact me because the Jay got no business being in there. And I really thought, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, I really thought that his attorney would have done a better job. And I don't know whether that's the first attorney or the second attorney, but why didn't he get Jay another bond for the second go around while he could have, why was he denied? But that's okay. We're going to take care of all of that in a little bit. And I can't stress enough, we as our people, we're going to get our reparations. And reparations doesn't necessarily mean that it's money. See, the white extremists want everybody to believe, oh well, yeah, you owe us, and we're just going to take it back. We're not going to ask you for it. We've gotten to the point we don't have to ask you for nothing no more, because we're getting ready to turn you up and turn you out and turn you over. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to do it very quietly and very silently, because you have hit the beehive. You already hit the beehive. So now the queen bee has to respond, and I'm going to do it calm, cool, and collected. I'm smoother than butter and twice on Sunday. Y'all know how I roll. So, but anyway, our reparations is for our ancestors. This is a true reparation that we're asking for on high. You see, we ask God to tell our ancestors to come on down. And when they come on down, we want them to see, y'all fail to realize something. If you don't, and I want this to be in my closing remarks. See, I'm not making no threats towards you. Because see, white supremacists, white extremists want to say, oh, they threaten us and they're gonna do bodily harm to us. No, sweetheart, we don't have to threaten you bodily harm, because our ancestors is gonna take care of you with that silence noose. You see, you remember how your ancestors hung us from a tree? You remember that? Well, we're getting ready to kill your ass with that same noose. Okay, I'm not talking about the rope type noose. I'm talking about that invisible noose, because I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I want y'all to take heed to this, because government don't believe in God. you know if y'all look back on the original paperwork of government when it was formulated itself, they said that there is no God other than government. That's written down in their so-called bylaws. They feel like they're the gods that everybody has to be served upon. And I beg to differ. I'm not gonna. You see, God says you can't serve upon two masters. And so, since we can't serve upon two masters, I think I'm gonna go with the God that created the heavens and the earth and all that is in it. That's the God I'm gonna serve upon. And God has given me full permission to call upon the deaf angels. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. See, we done already called upon the deaf angels to choke the shit out of you. hmm That goes for the prosecutors in Jay's case. That goes for the judge in Jay's case. And all of you ones who want to bait and switch, y'all want to have one judge over here 1 minute and another judge over. We're gonna cover all of y'all's asses. You hear me? We got a deaf angel waiting on your ass, and also for that funky ass jury. hmm That jury that made up the lie, knowing that you didn't have no evidence. You still don't have no evidence. We got a deaf angel for you too. We because I don't know how in the fuck you came to the conclusion that you're gonna say, oh well, his trigger finger was the problem. You mean to tell me y'all wasted two years of time on a damn man's finger, and the man's finger wasn't even on the gun? hmm How you gonna make that work, boo? Okay, so with the invisible noose, y'all are all, and here's the opportunity for everybody that lives in Kentucky, the people of Kentucky that is under the so-called false jurisdiction of Louisville. You got two choices. Okay, your choice is to pray to your ancestors to choke the shit out these people, like I have. And or you have the option to pack your shit up and move the hell out of Louisville. Those are your two options, or maybe three. The third option is you can get with the paperwork, and I will help you to walk through on getting rid of these bastards. Hmm. I can do that for you. I will make every effort in time. Now, I don't care how busy my schedule gets, because my life is very busy. I have a band. I got channels to do. I got Jay's case to work on. Jay's two cases to oversee, and then I have my own private life that I have to do. So those are your three options, Louis, for the message of Louisville, Kentucky. I am here. My team is here to help you to achieve anything that it is that you want to achieve with your city, because you live there. I don't live there. I can only guide you in the right direction on where to go. So let's make note of that. Our reparation is when, you see, if y'all remember from going back to Shawshank Redemption, where the warden, he treated them inmates so poorly and bad, he had to take a gun and blow his own damn head off. You remember that? Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the power of the on high. Because government would like for everybody to believe that there's going to be a war between black people and white people. There's not going to be a war between black people and white people, because we ain't got no beef with y'all, and y'all shouldn't have no beef with us. But we do have a beef with government killing all people of all races and all colors. See, they don't talk about, y'all need to do your homework. They don't talk about how they are killing their own selves. See, there are more judges and prosecutors that is killing their own selves. They taking that trigger and pulling it to themselves. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this. If them people in Louisville don't stop with the bullshit, and if you don't turn that key the right way to let Jay out, the ancestors on high is waiting on y'all's ass. And that means each one of y'all. And I ain't got to touch you. None of my people has got to touch you, because you gonna walk right into that. You already fallen into that hole. I want to make myself clear. Don't go back and say, "Oh, she posed a threat." No, motherfucker. I don't think that highly of you to pose a threat. I'm not coming your way. I'm not gonna put my hands on you, because the Most High is gonna do my work for me, and it's gonna also do the work for the people that's already there, who you have sodomized, the people who you have killed, the children who you have raped. You remember that? I do. I got your record. I got everything about you. Don't you think all this time that I've been waiting to see what you planning on doing with Grandmaster Jay? Don't you know I've been digging into your backyard? And what I found out, it just simply, I was appalled. I was simply appalled. And you don't think that it's time. See, it's time. Let me tell y'all, let me explain this to you. For the ones who have been rich, for all of you motherfucking rich people who have been rich, it's time for you to be poor. It's your time. It's time for us to make a switch. It's time for that switch to happen now. And for all the ones who have been poor, you getting ready to be rich. God said so. He's sending the ancestors. And y'all remember how they do that code blue? Y'all remember when you go to a hospital and they say code blue, what that mean, huh? That means dead on arrival. Hmm. In Kentucky, for Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm not only talking about Louisville, Kentucky. You are sitting on. Oh yeah, and another thing I want to educate y'all on. Y'all some of the most uneducated people. The white people of Louisville, I'm talking about right now. Y'all some of the most uneducated people that I ever seen in my entire life. Cause you know what you did? You called bluegrass. Y'all think bluegrass is country music. Bluegrass is deaf walking on deaf walking. Hmm. That's the real meaning of bluegrass, deaf walking. And it's so funny that y'all took that word and used it for country music. Wow, simply amazing. Who knew, right? So let me tell y'all this. I'm not gonna lose not one wink of sleep in reference to what you have done. Okay. Your whole case, you don't have a trial, you still don't have the evidence, and the truth is not going to ever change in reference to Grandmaster Jay. It's not going to change. It was truthful then, and it'll be truthful now. But I'll tell you one damn thing. I'm gonna remind you that if you don't turn that key the right way and let that man go, my ancestors is waiting on you. My ancestors is right there to choke the shit out of you and to kill your ass completely dead. And then when I hear the news that it didn't came about, I will send a jar of my own urine to piss on your grave. I will, because that's what I feel. That's what you have done to my people. My people have suffered at the hands of you people, you so-called authority. You don't have no authority until we give it to you. Make that, I want you to understand that. Because I know you're listening. I know, see, y'all been waiting for the queen. Y'all been waiting for the queen to come back on air to give you some news in reference to Grandmaster Jay. I know that. I know that's what you've been waiting on. And I'm here to deliver to you, but it ain't what you thought it was gonna be. And that's and you know what? Death Angels is not only looking for the ones who got their hands on Jay, it's also for the media who has chastised this man's reputation. Uh-huh. You didn't got up on your and I'm also talking to the selective ones. For the selective ones who have taken their YouTube channel and couldn't keep Grandmaster Jay's name out your mouth in a negative way. Mm. We got a Grim Reaper for your ass too. Mhm. Don't think that we're going to exclude you out of it because I've told you the same way I told the rest of them. They know who I'm talking about. You know the ones who sat up there and said this, that, and the third, that Jay was this, Jay was that, and no damn well Jay wasn't none of that shit. Hmm. Well, you on that list too. Hmm. We're not gonna tell you. You know who you are. You know who's been using Grandmaster Jay's name for the past 2 years, maybe even three. We've been watching you closely too, and your name has been added to the list as well. Hmm. We're not gonna tell you no more. We're gonna tell you no more. So, um, that's my spiel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that I see that we had a nice set of people to come in this evening. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for joining in and tuning in with the Queen of Radio, and also the creator of the Queen Bees. If you are in now the part of my program, and I think I went over just a little tidbit, but that's okay. It was very informative. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I want you guys to go ahead and share my video. Please, you have my permission. You have my permission to share my video with anybody that is supporting Grandmaster Jay. Okay? You have my permission to do so. Long as it's being done in a positive way, I have no problems with it. You don't have to worry about it. I will not ding you for copyrights or whatever the case may be, because we are on a mission right now and we're all on the same page, and that is to hope, not hopefully, but we are demanding that we get ready to bring Grandmaster Jay home. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go. I think let me see. All right. I pretty much have done all that I've done with my notes here. What I'm going to do is go into the chat room, and I'm going to read before I get out of here. I'm going to read off what you guys are talking about in my chat room. And before I forget, happy 4th of July, everyone. Happy 4th of July. I forgot tomorrow is the 4th of July, Independence Day. I just want to say happy 4th of July. And I'm going to be out there barbecuing with some friends, some real close new friends, that is, that's part of the community. So let's see what we got here. You two say yes, on he's an on-time God. Amen. Amen. Deborah, hello, Deborah. She says, good evening, everyone. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Deborah said, got her jewels. Gary. Isaac Gary is saying B1, black first. Okay. Deborah says, speak queen. She said, Mrs. B spread. I mean, Mrs. B spread, HAVOC, and Mr. B comes and stands her ground. Amazing with that pot of honey. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Hello. She says, hello, everyone that is in the building. So Deborah wants to let y'all know she says hello. And please, guys, don't forget to give the thumbs up. Y'all know that I'm trying to keep all these videos in rotation, and everybody needs to be educated about Louisville. If you know a person out of Louisville, please, please share this video with them. Let them know that they now have some help. We have formulated an office of the Queen Bees for general public affairs office for them that will help them to bring the charges and get these men of officer on death row in reference to all the crimes that they have already committed. Um, if they have killed anybody, I'm going to share y'all the black laws that has been created and that we're going to file on the government before this year is out. She said, let's see. You2 says, tell the story, daughter. Teach. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Isaac Gary says, I would like to have a copy of the Black Laws. Amen. You got to send, Gary, you have to send an email to me in requesting the Black Laws that we're getting signatures from our Black people. You have to send me an email at ATOR or the Queen Bee thing. ATOR class 101 at gmail.com, and we'll get you a copy of that, okay? Deborah says the queen is speaking the truth and the swords. Amen. She also said the ancestors are on board, all on board. Yes, and the ancestors is also going to help us to bring Grandmaster Jay home because like they said, they're waiting on them to make that wrong move. They got that noose ready. They got that invisible noose ready. Try it if you want to and see what happens. Because we have a black nation right here in the United States that's getting ready to tap that ass. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And personally, I welcome the opportunity to whip their ass. And I ain't talking about with a gun. I want to take their ass to the street. I want to get so goddamn ghetto with their ass, it will scare me. That's what I'm ready to do. That's my blood is boiling. Y'all have no idea how bad my blood is boiling for that ass. So anyway, Isaac said, keep doing what you do. Thank you, Isaac. Gary. Deborah said, unbelievable in the city of Muhammad Ali. Oh yeah, Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Run, rumble, run, man, rumble. Come on, somebody. He know about them bees too. You2 said in Second Kings verse 19, I think chapter 19 verse 35, one angel of the Lord killed 185,000. Have a care. Come on. Well, guess what? That angel is coming back to kill all these officers. Uh-huh. The angels is coming back to kill all of these officers that has been killing our people for no apparent reason and killing white people. They didn't just stop with not see, but the only difference is they've been telling they've been sharing our stories more than they've been doing their stories. So yeah, that is so true. You2 that the one angel of the Lord killed 185. That's with that invisible noose. So, as my uncle would tell me, revenge is best served on a dish served cold. Now, make that do what it do. Deborah say bluegrass, DOA. dead on arrival. And they sitting up there thinking that bluegrass mean country music. Bluegrass means you're walking on death land. That's what that means. So, and guess where bluegrass is originated from? You guessed it, Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. All right. Uh, Olivia. Hello, Olivia Thompson Green. I love the name. I love the name. Thank you for coming in. Shalom. Says Shalom. We celebrate the 4th of the you lied, right? Yeah. Independence Day for who, right? Grandmaster Jay is the voice of the Most High. Yes, ma'am. He is definitely the voice, and we have to do all that we can do to make sure that this man comes home. And like I say, I commend all of my fellow sisters who have been working due diligently, working behind the scenes, or on the channel, on their channel, that is. And she says, what the enemy meant for evil, the Most High has turned around for our good. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verses 7, for the ones who can't see it. She says, the Most High has turned around for our good. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1 through 7. Okay. Deborah said, that's what's up. And then she says, ancestors on board. Lord, I want each and every one of y'all, if you are a melanated person, I want you to pray. I want you to pray that the ancestors bring down your ancestors, because we all got, I know we're all blood related, but we all got different ancestors that's from our own different paths. Pray that your ancestors come down and choke the shit out of these people that has their hand on Grandmaster Jay. That's what I see. I don't know what you say in your prayer, but in my prayer, I say, Lord, I want to return all of these so-called people back to the original, back to the fiery pits of hell that they once came from, because they serve no purpose here. Let Grandmaster Jay walk freely. And even for the DOC people, we got death angels for you, because you sitting up there holding this man against his will. See, we got to bring charges against kidnapping. Oh, that's another case. Oh wow, I don't know how that came. That must. Thank you, Spirit. um. So. Yeah. So we're tired. We're just plumb tired, and we don't want to hear no more. I know I don't want to hear no more. I'm ready. I'm ready to get down with the get down. I'm ready to put my gloves on and my all-star shoes on and start whipping some Kentucky ass. And that's both with the power of the pen and with my size 11 shoes. Yeah, that's what I'm ready to do. So, is there any more before I get out of here? I see y'all have been so graciously sitting in the chat room. I thank y'all. I have nothing but love for each one of y'all, because y'all have taken the time to spend these 2 hours with the Queen. But I hope that it has been very informative for you. You know, um, is there any before I get out of here? Is there any comments, questions, or concerns that I can address? If you are in the trenches, which I know that you are, come on in. Come on in. If before I get out of here, if there's anything you want me to know, you have the floor. I have to, at the end of my presentation, I always turn it over to the floor. Then that's you, my viewers. Okay. So no, going once, going twice. So okay, all right. If there is no more, then oh, okay, we got some more. I love it. Come on, bring it on in. Bring it on in. So because this is all for you guys, and it's all for the support of Grandmaster Jay. Anybody who wants information about the Queen Bee's fundraiser for Jay, Again, you have to email me. You have to email me at atorclass101@gmail.com or the Queen Bee's channel. To tell you the truth, I forgot the address. I think it's Queen B LD Team 1000, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I might, so I didn't want to quote it because I don't know it by heart. But if you want, I'll definitely give you that. But yes, we have major sponsors that is also interested in bringing Grandmaster Jay home, and they want to see us to raise that 314,000 in reference to all of that. So like I said, guys, I'm all about the business right now. I'm pretty sure when Jay hits ground, he'll be hollering at your girl. I know. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. He's gonna be hollering at. He gonna give me. He gonna. I believe Jay is gonna come see me personally. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna get on and get out of here, y'all. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Miss Oliver says, if I may, Grandmaster Jay is in a holding pattern when he complete the most high will open the door. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I got that. And then Deborah says the power of the mighty pen. Amen. And then YouTube says, let me be sure. We have to wait. We have to wait to give to the Queen Bees. No. Let me correct you. You do not have to wait. You can get the list now. You can get the list now, but some of the things is, I think one or two of the things on the list is still in process. One or two of the things on the list, but no, you can get the list right now. You can start donating now, and I will send you the private link. If you just want to donate, that's fine. Tell us that you just want to donate. But if you want to buy some of the products of what we call Jay's favorites, that will be on the list. Like I said, Jay's favorite popcorn is Chicago Garrett. Jay's favorite water is alkaline water. It's all of Jay's favorites. So I think there's one Jay's favorite that's still behind. But the credit card, not the credit card, I'm sorry, the gift card by the major credit card company, they're ready to go. You can place your order to put donations on that card and have it transferred over to the private held fundraiser if you like. But yeah, that's already ready to go. There is only one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's one or two of his things that is not ready to go yet. But everything else is ready to go, to answer your question, YouTube. Okay. All right. Here we go. Thank you all for coming. And let me say, wait a minute. I'm looking at my cat. Okay, thank God. Okay. Usually I would have some music, but go that way. Okay, wait. Uh-oh. All right, y'all. Oh. I am not good with this keyboard. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. Bid you all peace, love, and deuces.